Hey guys, welcome back. This is another video of Python. This is Python part 6. If you haven't seen the last Python videos, I'll be probably leaving the links in the description, so go ahead and check them out before you watch this video. And if you have watched my video, then continue watching. So in this video, we're going to be learning about multiplying strings, and lists are more powerful than strings. So let's get started. What is what is 10 multiplied by 5? The answer is 50, of course. But what's 10 multiplied by a? Here's I'm going to show you guys the answer of Python. So let's say print open parentheses 10 times a, and then when we hit enter, it writes a 10 times. That's Python's perspective. So Python programmers might use this approach to line up strings with a specific number of space when displaying messages in the shell. For example, how about printing a letter in the shell? So let's say we want to print a letter in the shell. So we're going to select new file, and we're going to type new window, and we're going to enter. Let's do a code. Alright, spaces ACES equals quotes 2 times the code sign, and then we do star 25, and we hit enter, and then we write print quote percentage sign S12 but WYND quote percentage sign space SPACES spaces, and then close parentheses, and then we hit enter. I like to work on the new file is because, guys, when you work on the new file, you can go back and edit, but when you're working on the shell, you can't just go back and edit. It won't let you go back, and like if you make a mistake, you can't go back and fix your mistake. You have to write it all over again. So if you're writing a script for a game, then I would recommend writing it in a new file, because it's more easier, and you can go ahead and edit your stuff you want. So if we make a mistake here, then we can go ahead and edit back. So yeah, that's just a quick tip of mine. So let's go back to the work. Print open parentheses quotation mark percentage STWINKLEBOTTOME bottom HEATH health percentage SPACES spaces, and then we close it, and we hit enter, and then we say print quotation mark percentage SWEST west SNORNG snoring, and then percentage spaces SPACES spaces, and then close parentheses, and then we say print and then we say print DEAR dear sir. Oh, my bad. Dear sir. Did I look? DEAR dear sir, and then we hit enter, and then we say print. Remember this is close parentheses. Print open parentheses quotation mark I wish to repeal article that TIL styles are MISS missing fr from the, and then we hit the quotation mark, and then we hit enter, and then we say print open parentheses quote mark outside toilet toilet roof roof full stop quotation mark and close parentheses, and then we hit enter, and then we say print open parentheses close parentheses open parentheses quotation mark, I think it was bad wind the other night, and then shitty night that blew them away full stop, and then oh my bad, I forgot to write print, and then we hit enter, and then we hit print open parentheses close parentheses, and then we say print open parentheses, and we say Malcolm COLM DIVHERING differing open quotation mark, and then we hit enter. So once you've typed the code into the shell window, select file and save as name your file. So we're gonna save as, let's say, mine's opening, so I'm gonna go to coding, and I'm gonna say I'm gonna save it as my letter dot py dot, so I'm gonna save it as that, and then from now on, when you see save as some file name py above a chunk of code, you will know you need to select file, new window, enter the code into file that appears, and then save it as we did it this example. In the first line, this example, we created the variable spaces by multiplying space character by 25. We then use the variable in this next 3 lines to elige the text to the right of the shell. In addition to use multiplication for eligement, we can also use it to fill the screen with annoying messages. Try this example for yourself. So first, we can also run this. So when we like this, we came back to the shell. So now we're gonna say print open parentheses 1000 times this SNIRT snert, and then close parentheses, and we hit enter, and then you see it printed snert, the letter snert 1000 times. That's a lot of times. So that's that is the part for multiplying strings. So I hope you learned something new from that part. So let's begin. Lists are more powerful than strings. So let's start. Spider legs, toe of frog, eye of Newton, bat wings, slug, butter, and snake den rough is not quite a normal shopping list, unless you happen to be a wizard. But we will use it as our first example in the difference between strings and lists. We could store this list of items in wizard list variable using a string like this. Alright, I'm gonna show you guys. So I'm gonna first restart my shell because this is kind of looking messy. I'm gonna restart my shell. Alright, now I'm gonna start. So let's do wizard W-I-Z-A-R-D wizard underscore list equals spider S-P-I-D-E-R spider legs L-E-G-S comma toe of frog F-R-O-G frog, and then we say I of N-E-W-T bat wing S-L-U-G slug butter B-U-T-T-E-R butter. Oh, by the way, if you want to search this up, I would recommend not to, because it's like kind of very disgusting stuff. Is because like all this is like for wizards and stuff, so I wouldn't search all this stuff up. Dandruff. So, and then we say quotation mark, and then we hit enter, and then we say print wizard, print open parentheses with wizard list close parentheses. When we hit enter, it's gonna print wizards list. So spider. So, but we could also create a list, a somewhat magical kind of Python object that we can manipulate. Here's what these items would look like written as a list. So let's say we want to write them as a list. So wizard wizard underscore list equals underscore list equals, and then we say, let's say spider quotation mark S-P-I-D-E-R spider legs toe. Let's just okay, so toe of frog, toe of F-R-G frog, toe of frog, and then you say I D-Y-E-I of N-E-W-T, and then we say bat wings. No, let me give those. I forgot to put spaces, my bad. Alright, there you go, that looks good. Alright, bat wings, comma, S-L-U-G, slug, B-U-T-T, or butter, and then we say, comma, snake, dandruff, D-R-U-F, snake, dandruff, and then we close it. And that's our thing, and then we say print W-I-Z-A-R-D wizard L-I-S-T list, and then when we hit enter, it's gonna print all that. So creating a list takes a bit more typing than creating a string, but a list is more useful than a string because it can be manipulated. For example, we could print the third item in the wizard list, I of Newton, by entering its position in the list called the index position inside square brackets. So we're gonna those are called square brackets like this. So let me give you guys examples. Print WIZARD wizard dash list, and then we do like, oh no, my bad. We do list to that, and then click enter, and it says eye of Newton. The reason why I did that is because in the wizard list, we go back to the wizard list, which was this, alright? So, and it says, okay, this is the first list. Oh no, this is the first, second, third. So when we did that, it printed the eye of Newton, which is right there, right? So, and then now let's go back. So, isn't it the third item of the list? See, here's the problem. You see, this is the first one, this is the second one, this is the third one. We brought second. Why did this not come? So I'm gonna explain to you that it isn't yes, but isn't, but lists start at index position 0. So here's how lists start. So we don't start by 1, 2, 3. We start in a list. We start by 0, 0, 1, and then 2. In a list, that's how it starts. It don't start by like 1, 2, 3. It starts by 0, 1, 2, 3. So that's your answer, alright? So so this may not make a lot of sense to humans, but it does to computers. We can also change an item in a list much more easily than we could in a string. Perhaps instead of eye of Newton needed a snail slug. Here's how we could do that. So we say, so we go back to our Python and we say WIZARD wizard underscore list, and then we say 2 equals snail, 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 TOUNGUE, tongue, snail tongue. So when we hit enter, oh no, my bad guys, I accidentally forgot, my bad, I accidentally forgot to put a quote. And then when we hit enter, we say print wizard, WIZARD wizard, print WIZARD wizard list, list, and then close it. And then when we hit enter, it changed. You see, before it was eye of Newt, now it's snail tongue. So that's how you can change it. This set of item in the index position 2, previously eye of Newton to snail tongue. Another option is to show how subsets of items in the list. We do this by using a colon. So if you guys didn't know how a colon look like, it would look like that. That's a colon. So yeah, that's, I wanted to show you guys this for if you guys were curious about how a colon looks like. So inside square bracket sets, for example, enter the following to see third up to fifth items in a list. A brilliant set of ingredients for a loving sandwich. So let me say print wizard, WIZARD wizard underscore list, square brackets, 2 colon 5 square bracket, this, and then when we hit enter, it says snail tongue, bat wings, and slug butter. So, and then we say writing two, okay, writing is the same as saying show the item of form from index position 2 up to index position 5, or in other words, item 2, 3, and 4. List can be used to store all sorts of items like numbers. So we say some underscore numbers equal square bracket 1 open square bracket, and then 1 2 comma 3 comma 5 comma 10 comma 20, and then close square bracket. Oh, my bad, guys. Close square bracket. And then when we hit enter, it says, they cannot also hold strings. Okay, so we say some underscore string strings, some strings equal, and then we say which, which, comma, space, which it is, my bad, is, you put a quotation mark over here, I forgot, my bad, and then put here, which, and then put one here, and then closing square bracket, right there. So just like that, and then when we hit enter, we should see something like this, and then we say they might have mixtures of numbers and strings. So now we write numbers and strings, and UMBERs, numbers underscore and underscore string strings equal, we do open square bracket, quotation mark, y, quotation mark, and then we say y was 6 here, y was 6, afraid, y was 6, AFRI, D, afraid of 7, y was 6, afraid of 7, comma, because because I mean, you probably might heard of this, or you probably might not. 7, 8, 9, and then close square bracket, and then we hit enter, and then we say print numbers in print in UMBR's numbers underscore and underscore string strings, and then we close parentheses, and then basically says this: why was 6 afraid of 7? Because 7, 8, 9. So yeah, if you guys didn't know why Apple didn't make the iPhone 9, is because they said 7, 8, 9, if it makes sense to you. And list might even store other lists. So we say numbers, NUMBERS, burrs, numbers equals 1, 2, 3/4, and then we hit enter. We say string strings equal open square bracket, and then we say I kicked kicked, put a quotation mark right here, and then we say kicked my toe, TEO, toe. I kicked my toe. And it is sore, S-O-R-E, sore, and then close bracket, and then when we hit enter, and then we say my LITS list equal open square bracket number, NUMBERS numbers, and STRINGS strings, again close quotation, close square bracket, and then when we say, oh my god, my string, my list, oh, and then we say numbers, and then we say print my legacy list. Oh, my bad, guys. STRINGS. I don't know what I did wrong. Oh, here. Or we just say print open parentheses strings string strings, and then we close it, and then when we print it print my strings. We copy this. Oops, my bad. Print strings. Yes, there we go. So it printed I kicked my toe, and now it's sore, and then we say numbers, and then now we say print numbers, and it prints it. So now we're gonna say my list equals open square bracket equals open square bracket numbers, we can copy this, comma, strings, and then we close it, and then we hit enter, and then we say print my list. It's basically gonna print 1, 2, 3. It's gonna print. We just told it to print this and this into one sentence. So it just did that. This list within a list example, creating 3 variables, numbers with four numbers, strings with 8 4 numbers, string with 8 strings, and my list using numbers and list. The third list, my list has only 2 elements because it's a list of variable names, not the content of the variable. So that's it, guys, for today. And if you guys learned something new out of my video, then please make sure to subscribe. And if you like this video too, then also make sure to give it a thumbs up. And that's it for me today. Have a great day. Bye bye.